Are you thinking about retirement and thinking about making a move to South Florida? Then stick around, you're not going to want to miss this video. My name is Megan Schoner. I'm a local real estate agent here on the Treasure Coast in Port St Lucie, Florida, and I love helping people like you guys every single day find their treasure here on the Treasure Coast. Whether you are looking in the next week, month, or the next year, I am happy to show you all about why I love this area so much and help you find your treasure of a home here on the Treasure Coast. If this is your first time on the channel, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I do new videos every single week, and I love showing you all the treasures here on the Treasure Coast. So in today's video, we're going to talk about some things that you might want to consider if you are making a move to Florida for retirement. So we have all different options here on the Treasure Coast in terms of places that you can live for your retirement. I'm happy to discuss those with you guys further. Please feel free to give me a call, reach out to me on Calendarly and set up an appointment. I would love to go through with you specifically what your needs are so I can help you find the best home for you here on the Treasure Coast. So some things, first of all, when you're thinking about getting ready to retire is really timing. So I have a lot of people reach out to me and they're maybe a year, sometimes 2.5 years out. I mean, I'm so jealous. It's so exciting to be able to think about retirement and start planning for that. So definitely I would say take your time. I've had a lot of clients come in and I've shown them the area and they are, about a year and a half, 2 years out. And what they've been doing is just kind of going up and down along the coast, the East Coast where we are here in Port St Lucie, and then also on the West Coast, and just checking out different towns, which I would highly suggest. Definitely look at the YouTube videos. I think they are definitely very helpful. But maybe on a spring break, or if you've got a long weekend and stuff like that, come and check out the area, drive around, really get a feel for where the beaches are, what the community is like, what the temperature's like. I think it's great if you've got the time to check out a lot of different areas as well. So consider your time. And the reason that I said that too is if you are considering new construction, at least in our area here in Port St Lucie and Stewart and Jensen Beach area, our build time is about 14 months, somewhere between like 9 and 14 months, I would say at this point. So if you are considering making a move, it doesn't hurt you to come, look early, kind of get an idea of the area, and then, we can meet with builders and stuff like that too. If you know that you're going to be ready to retire, coming in the next year or two, you can kind of lock in a home price and a house, and then you still have, the extra year or so as you, finish out your working career or get ready to move and sell your home up there. So definitely consider timing. In terms of location, like I had talked about, it's important to come visit the areas. We also have in our area, I've had some of my YouTube people that have come into the area that are 55 and older. There are some communities in here that I can connect you with that do a stay and play. So if you'd like to come in for 3 days, 2 nights, you can actually stay at some of these 55 and older communities. I can set that up for you, and I think it's like $99. So the great way if you think you might like a community to kind of see the feel of it, check out all the amenities while you're here, and then you and I can go out and take a look at all the different communities, that community and other communities as well, so you can see if you like the area. In terms of location too, you're going to want to figure out, and this is probably no surprise, do you want to be close to the beach? Do you want to be on the beach? Do you just want to have beach access? Do you want to be close to Disney? Do you have up in Orlando, do you have friends and family that are down in the area that you want to be able to live close to? One of the nice things about the Port St Lucie area is our central location. So we're centrally located between Miami and Orlando. So we're 2 hours to Orlando, 2 hours down to Miami, kind of everything in between. Our closest airport here is West Palm Beach, which is about 45 minutes away. But we also can fly out of Fort Lauderdale, which is about 1 hour and 15, or Orlando, which is about 2 hours. So definitely consider the location, spend your time, check it out. And then other things to think about. So once you've kind of narrowed in on what your timing is, where you want to be, when you're then kind of narrowing it down to the different communities. So some things to think about are, do you want a gated community or do you not? Are you going to be using this as your full-time residence, or is it going to be, a second home for you? Sometimes with the gated communities, it's nice because they take care of all your landscaping and you've got that manned security gate. So, and you've got neighbors and everybody to watch out for the home while you're not there. So those are some things, to consider. Are you looking for new construction, or would you be fine with, a house that maybe was built new community, but maybe a year or two, later? Do you want a house with a pool, or is that something that you'll put in, later? Are you looking more for a lake view, or does, a berm with a preserve behind, work just as well? Also consider budget too. So a lot of times we'll see, especially with a new construction, you'll look at things online, they look fantastic, but those are the base prices. And so each community is a little bit different in terms of what they're calling their lot premiums. So if you want a lake view, it could be $30,000 to $50,000 $50,000 more. If you want it on the golf course, it could be another $70,000 more. There are some communities where the lot premiums are, $3,000 to $5,000. So they don't include a lot of the structural upgrades. And when we do look through the model homes, usually those homes have at least $100,000 to $150,000 in upgrades in addition. So definitely consider your budget. Think about, what's your total all-in budget. Also factor in the taxes. So taxes, what I always suggest to people when they're trying to figure this out is to figure about 85 to 90% of the sales price and then take 2% of that. That's assessed value, and that'll kind of give you an idea of your taxes. And then if you homestead them down the road, then you can get a reduction on your taxes for that as well too. But then the other thing in terms of budget is to consider is your insurance. So if you're doing new construction, obviously your insurance is going to be a lot lower than if you're buying a resale home. So if that's important to you and you're looking at a monthly budget plus the HOA fees, that's something also to consider. Another thing too is I have a lot of people that will come in, they're 55 and older, and they've got all these ideas of what they want for the amenities. And so that's something really for you to think about. Is it really important for you to have a golf cart and a big golf cart community where you can take your golf cart here and there? We have all of these options here in Port St. Lucie. So the reason that I'm asking that and have you think about that is it helps to kind of narrow down the search for you. But is a golf cart community really important to you? Is being in the 55 and older community really important to you? Or are you happy to have an older community, but maybe it's not 55 and older? Maybe it's open to all ages, but it has a lot of 50 or 45 plus people. Is it important to you that your grandkids can visit and use the pool? Or are you the other spectrum and you know what? You're retired and you want to have a nice quiet pool all to yourself and you don't want any kids. So there are communities where they have special hours just for the kids in certain pools. So things to think about on that. In terms of the different types of homes here. So we have large single family homes. There's villas, which are kind of think of like a townhome, but they're connected by one wall in between. There are, small 55 and older communities. We also have a ton of large manufactured homes in the area as well too. Or you're looking for an oceanfront condo. So there's tons and tons of options here in the Port St. Lucie area. We are a lot more affordable than our neighbors down south in Boca Raton, Delray Beach, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. So we have a lot of people moving to the area because of the affordability and the amount of options and building that is available here in the area. So if you are thinking about making a move, hopefully this was helpful. If you want to set up an appointment with me and want to come in town and visit, I also have a relocation planner guide that I'm happy to send to you as well, or give it to you when you're here. Just reach out to me and let me know if you'd be interested in that. So if you're thinking about making a move here to the Treasure Coast for your retirement, let me know. I also have several other videos on my YouTube channel if you'd want to check those out. One is on the 55 and older communities in the area, and another one is a map tour kind of explaining Port St. Lucie. So if you'd like any more information on retiring here in Port St. Lucie or the Treasure Coast, let me know. Reach out to me anytime. Feel free to give me a call. I love meeting all my visitors here on YouTube and helping you find your treasure on the Treasure Coast.